So now everyone's freaking out because Husband Cole came back, and he at one point said that he thinks he should be able to drive over people if they block the road with his vehicle. And I 100% agree. There's a very valid reason why those of us on the right believe it should be legally defendable or defensible for us to use our vehicles to push through a mob of protesters who are illegally blocking the road. Because, for one thing, there are no permits to block off any thoroughfare anywhere. It's not legal. Even if you get to close down a parade period or a parade banner or area where a parade is going to go on, there should be a law enforcement there making sure traffic is redirected. If there is no law enforcement there to redirect traffic, then you're not legally there. Protesters are not legally on the road. They are blocking the road illegally. And if you're trying to get somewhere and you have somewhere to be at a certain time, they are there to make you either late or disenfranchise you or remove you and deprive you of your rights. Here's the thing. From the contextual understanding that we have on the right, I'm going to explain to you why we do not agree with anybody who says that it's illegal for us to run people over during protests. Number one, in the LA riots, when a trucker was stopped, I'm sure you can look up the name of the man, he was pulled out of his vehicle and beaten nearly to death. The man is now deceased. May he rest in peace, because his life was terrible. His life was terrible because he got up in the morning like he should have, went to work like he was supposed to, and tried to deliver the goods in his vehicle like he was being paid to do, and ended up almost dying because of it. Why? Because he stopped. In a violent protesting riot situation, he stopped and almost died just because he was doing the right thing. The man's doing the right thing and almost got killed for it. He wasn't harming anybody. He wasn't beating down some crackhead named Rodney King or anything like that. He was driving goods from one place to another as his employment required him to, with a legal manner. He wasn't shooting anybody. He wasn't dealing crack. He wasn't pimping hoes. He wasn't beating people. He wasn't attacking anybody or aggressing against law enforcement. He wasn't resisting arrest. He wasn't obstructing law enforcement. He was driving at work and nearly lost his life because of it. That's number one. Number two, we don't want to end up going to a place to see somebody speak for a conference or, a rally, a political rally of some sort, get shot at by a guy with a rifle, freak out, drive off, and have some fat girl drive on her hood and end up in prison because of it. Because there's rioters in the street where they don't belong. We don't need to be going to prison. Rather, we would rather prefer that we did not get prosecuted and sent to prison because somebody shot at us with rioters in the street. We don't want to get chased by somebody and end up having a fat girl die on the hood of our terribly constructed and poorly designed Challenger. That's not something we're interested in. Going to prison because some random nobody that never got arrested or anything shot at us with an AR-15, the evil Batman rifle that everybody knows is only evil in the hands of a certain particular group of people. So we don't want that occurring. And we definitely don't want to have to, drive to a rally or a political event or anything of that nature and have people who are opposed to people in our political party or our religious function or anything else blocking off the interstate or the freeway, and then having to push them out of the way with our vehicle and then get arrested for it because we fear for the fact that they might pull us out of our vehicle, beat us to death, and set our vehicle on fire like we saw in Baltimore. So yes, 100%, those of us on the right would prefer it if we could have some sort of legal protection so we don't have to worry about these obviously not well people standing in the middle of the road, burning cars down, burning cities down, pulling people out of their vehicle and beating them to death, as we have seen in the past. No, thank you. I don't want to die because some nut job was mad that some person on the other side of the planet got dropped by some other person somewhere else on the planet. I don't want to be involved in somebody else's civil war or their two states on a different side of the planet causing a conflict in the United States of America that we have nothing to do with. I have nothing to do with that. Why do I have to suffer at the impact of a war that has nothing to do with me? Because we're in the richest country on the planet? That's irrational. That's simply irrational. We have nothing to do with this conflict on the other side of the planet. And if we did have something to do with the conflict on the other planet, how come I don't see anybody out there protesting Burma and Myanmar? And that conflict's been going on for like 50 years and nobody has said a word about it. We get one movie from Stallone and then dead silence about it. Not even the people, or the Burmese or the Myanmars care about it. The Burmese refugees that live in the United States, you don't hear a peep out of them. They moved here, got jobs, and went back to work and continued living their lives. They didn't go out rioting and burning down cities. And they lost everything. What did you lose? Your food stamps? Really? I shouldn't be at threat of death because you lost your food stamps, dude. Go get a job.